Hello everyone and welcome back. It's winter time and that's usually when I do my rock polishing. Last year and the year before that we were down in Louisiana, and if you guys watch the channel you know that Melissa moved up here now, so now we're up in Minnesota. So this is going to have to be done inside because outside right now it is 1 below 0. It's going down to 17 below tonight. And the weather is anything but beautiful. It is nasty outside. Like every year, I've collected rocks on different job sites that I do when people have landscape rocks. I don't know how all of these will turn out. You know, we really never check until after that first grind down and see what we end up with. Some of these are true agates. Some of them are just like what I always do. I call them cool rocks. Like I know this one is not an agate, but it's sure going to shine up real nice. Like I said, there are a couple in here. I don't know if I'll be keeping them after the first tumble here, but like this one, it's a quartz, but it's got a lot of pits in it and everything, so I'm not real sure what that'll look like after the first time, but it doesn't hurt running it through the first time. This one here is a true agate. This will be quartz in here. This one has some bands in it. This one has the little quartz there, and if it was wet you can see the bands around here. So like I said, some of these will be pretty cool. They'll all be pretty cool, but some of them will be cooler than others. This one has the little bit of quartz there and some bands in here. If you guys have watched the other videos, usually I order some stuff online. I like to polish some of the stuff that's from other parts of the country. This year I'm sticking with what I picked myself, and then I've got some leftovers. Like these are 2 pieces from last year of the gold tiger eye that I did. I'm going to throw them in here. These here are ones that I did not put in from last year. I have to look at those. And I can't remember what these were. They were just a tumbler, some sort of a mix, but they turned out pretty neat last year. I mean, they don't have anything like this one here will be kind of neat. Others of these look kind of boring, but they all shined up real nice. So I'm going to leave these in here. If nothing else, when they break up, they end up being good media in here. So I'm going to go, even the small pieces in here I'm going to throw in. They'll disintegrate, but they'll be good media to keep everything going nice. So these are the ones that I think that they were just not put in last year. I don't know why I would not have put this one in. So that's going in. This one is mainly quartz, so maybe this was just something I picked up after the fact. This one I'm not sure about at all, but for the first grind he'll go in. This one is real pitty. Not super heavy either. We'll put it in for now. It's that second one that we really have to start worrying about that. So there we go. That's just about perfect. I'm about 2/3 of the way full on this first tumble. I'm not going to add any of the ceramic media. I will wait and add this in the second, third, and fourth tumble. It's just not needed yet. So we got enough stuff in here right now, and as this starts to die down and things get smaller, then we'll want to add this in there. So normally what I do is I have the QT66 tumbler that I'm using this time, so I have 2 6-pound barrels. I'm only running 1 barrel. That's all I ever really run. I don't think I've ever done a double. I had enough rocks to do that. But I usually just, since for every pound of rock you put in 2 tablespoons of the actual grit, I always just put 12 tablespoons in here because it's a 6-pound tumbler. But in reality you're not really getting 6 pounds of rocks. So I'm just doing it this way. I've got my empty barrel here, and I tared that out to 0. I end up with 4 pounds 7 ounces, so let's just say 5 pounds. So instead of putting in 12 like I usually would do, I'll put in 10 tablespoons of the silicon carbide 6090 grit. So we'll go ahead and do that next. So remember, this is step 1. This is 6090 Mesh Silicon Carbide and we're going to do 10. Just remember, I mean, that's the first time I've ever weighed it. Like I said, usually I would put 12 in here. Just do whatever, it isn't exact science, especially not on this first one. After you do that, just kind of level your rocks out a little bit. You just don't want them humped up because now you're just about to add your water. You kind of want to get a rough idea of how full your tumbler is. And now we're just going to add water. This is just regular tap water. And we want to bring it up just like this, just so it comes up to the top of the rocks. Just like that. Well, now we're going to close her up. Seems to be okay. I'm going to have to bring this down in the basement and run it because remember the last 2 years we've done it underneath the carport in Louisiana, so there was no noise. I'm not going to have this up here. Everything seems okay. I got to go find a spot in the basement to put this. Alright, well, I found a spot. There's plenty of room down here, just not a whole lot of plugins yet, so I got this rigged up. Everything seems to be working real well. I'll come back and check this tomorrow just to make sure that it's going real well, and then we don't have to do anything to it for about 7 days. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. I came down earlier today and it was having a hard time spinning. And I've had this trouble before, and I usually have this trouble on the first batch. I think it's because it's the heaviest, I'm not really sure. Anyway, I tried to run sandpaper a little bit on the actual barrel, tried to do some on the drive spindle or whatever you want to call it, and that didn't seem to help. But by propping it up with the screwdriver there, the barrel weight goes on the drive spindle and it spins just fine. So anyway, we're looking really good, and we will be back here in about 7 days. There's no wind tonight, but the temperature right now is already 16 below zero. And it's only about 9 o'clock. I bet you we'll hit 18 or 20 below tonight. I'll see you guys on the next video.